guys, welcome back to another one of my videos that I'm speaking in or whatever. Anyways, by the title you kind of already know what's going on. I'm going to list a couple of things that work for me in terms of my solar plexus chakra. I'm also going to preface this video the way I think I've prefaced a few of them, and I probably will do in the future also. No same human being is going to get the same results in terms of spiritual techniques, XYZ, whatever. Everything is going to be completely individual to you, and the intention that you set when you're doing spiritual practice. Just like everyone's body is made up differently, and different foods fuel our bodies. Like some people can work really well on meat, some people can work only on vegan food, some people, like, their bodies work off of Mountain Dew, which isn't a real thing, but I'm just saying, like, it's weird. But all of our, bodies are made up and are fueled by different things. Not every spiritual technique is going to work for you. There's going to be certain things that you're going to learn on your own, and me or anyone else that says or offers our techniques or whatever isn't a cure-all for anything. It's just simply saying it worked for me. Here's some information, maybe it'll help for you. Number one is pretending to be who you want to be. Now, I took a quantum leaping class or something like that when I went to Firefly Festival. I had a video on it, I talked about it, whatever. Or I don't remember exactly what the title is anyways. But it was about quantum leaping. So it was basically about that time is stacked rather than a linear type of time thing, right? Like there's no beginning, middle, and end, and basically everything is happening at the same time. So this second is happening at the same second this second is, or this frame of time, except the time is stacked up this way rather than linear, or by like a sequential type of thing. So basically that means that every minute we are alive, we are influencing the next path. So I am a young human being, and the thing that I've been finding a lot with people my age and around my age is we're a lot of entrepreneurs, entrepreneurial people that do stuff. We're a lot of people that are kind of stepping outside of the realm of normal careers, and we're trying to figure out something that works with our souls and works with, what we want to do for the rest of our lives. And it's kind of hard to step into that. Not only me, but so many people that I have grown up with, and so many people that I work with now in like my Divine Society family and things like that. We're doing our own thing. So it's kind of hard to start off at zero and introduce ourselves as, I am this, I am that. Well, in reality, you are that person. So, think of time as a non-linear thing. You are that exact person that you want to be in 10 years. So why not act like that person you are in 10 years? So the solar plexus chakra has a lot to do with power and a lot to do with standing in your ground and standing in who you are. And, at the beginning of any journey, you're going to be kind of shaky, and you're not going to know, what you stand for necessarily. I mean, unless you have like a very clear vision, which is awesome, like sweet, good for you. But it's going to be really hard. So what I suggest for people that are just starting out in their careers, whether it be like spiritual or whether it be like you're a dentist and you went through dental school and shit, you don't know what to do because you're just starting out and you're around all these people. Be that person that you're going to be in 10 years. I would suggest get business cards, get your own website started. No matter what you do, I mean, just stand strong, because the future, I'm feeling like it's going to be a big bounce between reaching a lot of people, to be successful, because we've got this global world or whatever, reaching a lot of people with your message and being confident with that message, because no one's going to believe you unless you believe yourself. And that's all what the solar plexus chakra is about. So my suggestion for you guys that are kind of in situations like me or anyone in my age is get business cards, get a website out there, start using it. I mean, I'll say this, if you are like in a profession like my own that not a lot of people do, and you don't really know what to call yourself, and you're kind of like, I kind of do this, but I kind of do this. Set yourself up with a title. It doesn't matter if it's man-made, if you just made your title. Set your title, figure out your brand, like figure out who you are. You can say, you know, branding is whatever, but figure out what you represent and embrace it. Be that person that you're supposed to be or that you will be in 10, 15 years. Just stand tall in it. Pretend. You can pretend for like a short amount of time. You know, it just takes that 10 seconds of courage to introduce yourself to someone that you need to introduce yourself to, or 10 seconds to purchase that website or something like that. Like, it just takes that initiative, and that's where if you find the solar plexus chakra lacking, you're gonna have a lot of insecurities in that area. So just like take a risk, you know? Number 2 is mantras. So I am going to probably relate to the Dr. Emoto study on water. You guys can look it up. I've said it in a previous video, I'm pretty sure. Where words make a huge impact on the water that we put into our bodies. Well, it just basically shows the vibration, like the impact that vibrations can hold just by speaking these things. So there are tons of, like, you know, we've all heard of Om from the crown chakra, and then there are a bunch of mantras that go downward for all the chakras. And there are, especially with the solar plexus chakra, you have a lot of insecurities, and you're kind of like, you know, I don't know if I'm backed up in terms of my own self. Like, I don't know if I am supporting myself in my goal, my vision, my, you know, my power. What I found really awesome is doing mantras. And I'm probably gonna relate to YouTube. Go on YouTube, there are tons of videos that you just recite mantras, and we all know what the law of attraction is. The more that you put these mantras, put these words like, oh, I am creative, I am spontaneous, whatever. The more that you say these things, and I don't like to do those kinds of ones, I like to do more ancient ones that have thousands of years of energy, and from ancient civilizations and things like that. You can find those on there too. These mantras hold like tons of energy, and the more that you use them and the more that you just repeat them. I like to do them when I'm getting ready in the morning, or not doing anything particularly spiritual, or like a mindless task. Like, that vibration comes into your body. And so for me, when I do mantras, I feel like after a certain amount of time of doing them, there's like an energetic field that I'm creating, and with that field, I'm attracting these beings that are backing me up. The beings that are behind, like, say for instance, I'm doing a prosperity one, and these beings of prosperity are kind of surrounding me because I'm bringing out that attraction. So then I feel like I'm being backed up. I feel like I'm being supported, and that helps your solar plexus chakra because you don't feel alone. And so you can stand taller, and you've got that, you know, aura that you've created on your own. So the more that you do these mantras, and do whatever kind of mantras work with you. Like I said, I do like ancient texts and things like that. I don't do like, I am great or whatever. I do other things, but things are gonna work for different people. Number 3 is hang out in the sun. So the solar plexus chakra is this yellow chakra right here underneath your sternum, kind of in the solar plex area. And it is yellow. It resonates with the sun, which is the Leo energy. Leo is the sun, obviously. So to get in tune with that strength and that power of the solar plex chakra, what I like to do is I like to go outside for 10, 15, 20 minutes, like not a whole lot of time. I don't have time to sit in front of the sun for 16 hours. darkness, you know, that would happen. But I don't have time to sit in front of the sun for a long period of time, especially when I'm inside and I have a lot of work to do, or I'm painting or something like that. I like to go outside and just close my eyes for, like I said, 10 to 20 minutes and like feel the sun. A lot of people do visualizing the sun energy hitting their solar plex chakra. I'll say solar plex, it's all the same crap. So hitting their solar plexus and then it kind of merging with that sun energy. And when you feel that sun, you get empowered and you feel strong and you feel, just imagine that. I like to see it hitting my eyes myself, like my physical eyes, my pineal gland. That's what I like to do, my crown chakra, and I like to have that resonate in my body. But just spend some time outside in the sun. Even if you're not sitting and meditating or whatever, sit outside in the sun. Just do some work out in the sun. That's why a lot of people like summer, because the sun makes them feel empowered and it's warm and it's inviting, and that's the whole energy of Leo. That's the whole energy of being strong in your solar plexus chakra. Number 4 is intense workouts. Okay, so in the first chakra video that I ever did, it was a couple videos ago, I talked about the evolution of chakras, where the bottom 3 chakras are like the physical body, then you have your heart, then you have the evolution of like the spiritual evolution. So the solar plexus chakra is basically the final tuning, you know your physical body. It's the mastery of the physical body. So we talked about in the root and the sacral chakra videos, working out is a great idea to improving those functions. Well, I would suggest, if you don't work out at all, any kind of working out is going to help your solar plexus chakra. I know that I freaking hate working out. Like, it is the worst. Like, I like it because I'm very competitive with myself and, with other people or whatever. Not in like an unhealthy way, but I'm very competitive when I work out, more with myself. So I hate working out, man. I just hate it. But that feeling after you're done working out and you just feel empowered, like you can stand up straighter. You're like, God, that freaking hurts. I'm out of breath. That sucks. But I feel so good. Like, there's something about working out that makes me feel great. I say, if you don't work out at all, just work out. Just friggin' go out there and work out. But if you already work out, get out there and do something longer. Like, start training for a freaking, like a marathon or something. Like, something that you don't think you can do. If you don't think you can run for 10 miles, set a goal or something for like 6 months to be able to run for 10 miles or run for 15 miles or some crazy stuff. Because really, the solar plexus chakra is the epitome of your physical health. That's knowing your body, knowing that you can accomplish anything and you're strong and you know that feeling. Yeah, that's what I got for that. Number 5 is meditating. So this is going to be kind of a cliche thing, but what is an issue with solar plexus chakra? So you've got a lot of stress, right? There's just so much stress. You feel it. I feel it a little bit in my sacral area, but a lot of people feel, like I feel it a lot because I have a lot of anxiety when I'm off balance. So you feel that in your solar plexus chakra. So what do you do when you feel stressed out? You feel like you're not in control of your life. You feel like your circumstances are running the course of your experiences rather than yourself. So break that down. What is there are other ways, to de-stress yourself too, obviously, but one huge thing you can do is meditating. Meditating is going to allow you to sit down and think, or not even think, just notice your thoughts. If you like fall asleep or something, I get that all the time where it's like, I don't meditate because I like fall asleep or I get like bored. Go do a guided meditation on YouTube. Make sure that you're, you pray prior, whatever, but, But it'll give you a chance to just remove yourself from the situations of everything around you. And you know, there are studies, there are so many things that say that just meditating for even like 10, 20 minutes can remove so much, you know, immediate and long-term stress. So just try to do that. Even if you don't have, even if your like outlet for stress or meditation is going out and doing sports, or a lot of times I meditate by painting. Just go out there and meditate. Let go of the thoughts that are in your head, because a lot of those thoughts are just chatter anyways. None of that's true to who you are. So yeah. Number 6 is listening to your body. Okay, so because I am a vegetarian, I get a lot of people that say, man, I've been thinking about becoming a vegetarian, or cutting back on meat, or cutting back on caffeine or drugs or alcohol or whatever. But I just, you know, I just haven't started it. Well, you know what? Your body is very intuitive, and your body knows what it needs. I don't say, or I'm saying, and I'm a very strong advocate for the fact that I think that all of our bodies are different, and I don't believe that all of us should be vegan, and I don't believe all of us should be vegetarian. I don't believe all of us should be, well, I think all of us should probably go without caffeine, but I mean, whatever it is, whatever your body is telling you to do, or saying, you know, I was thinking about grabbing some alkaline water rather than that real shitty stuff that comes out of your faucet that calcifies your pineal gland. Like, if that stuff is clicking in your mind, then follow it. Like I said, not everything is gonna work in like a broad spectrum of everyone together, but if your body is telling you something, really honestly try to follow that, because like I said earlier with the exercise thing, all of you know what the solar plexus chakra does is it fine-tunes your body. Like, your body is your center of power on earth. Whether people, you know, okay, so I see this a lot, like where really spiritual people are all up here and they're all like, you know, visions and you know, universal love and love, whatever. That's amazing and that's wonderful and that's important, but you have to understand that you're a physical being here, and being conscious is being conscious of what's important for your body too. So if you have any inclinations, follow them. Really honestly follow them. And you don't really have to follow them forever. Like, if it doesn't work after 2 weeks or a month or whatever, then let it go. Like, if you've always wanted to take up fasting, take the, you know, proper precautions. Like, you're like, you know that you think, you know, you feel like fasting would help you, and you really, really feel that, and that's an intuitive feeling. Don't think of it as like a vain thing. Don't think, you know, that ish is not going to work if you think in like a vain way and go, I wonder if I could start fasting, and that would probably be pretty good for my spiritual side, and I might lose some weight. Like, that's not going to work for you. If you have ill intentions at all, or like, it's not of the purest intentions, and you will find things that you are very, very intensely intuitive about. Some things you won't feel attracted to right now, some things you will later, whatever. Just follow your body and see where that leads you. See how important you feel. Because if you think, you know, I really want to go without coffee, but then you go, yeah, but then I don't think that I could go a day of work without coffee. There is an insecurity right there that's speaking to you through your solar plexus chakra. I mean, it's blatantly obvious. Start becoming conscious of that and noticing those different patterns where your ego pulls you in one way and then, you know, your intuition pulls you in another. Let me know, comment or whatever, and just tell me if you've had an experience like that where you've had like an issue and have thought, you know, for instance, that whole coffee thing where it's like, I wanted to quit coffee, but I couldn't, and then I did, and then, hell yeah, it turned out like really well. So I want to know, just tell me. Number 7 is going to be very cliche, but get sleep. So I'm not going to say like all the health benefits of sleeping, because like everyone knows, duh. But what happens when you don't get sleep? You wake up in the morning and your circumstances have already gotten the best of you. So you have already, you know, woken up like, frick, I am so tired. You know, this is going to be a really crappy day. And, you know, you're not in control of your body. You're sleeping, you're waking up, your habits in terms of your sleep patterns or whatever are taking control of your life. And you've already started out that day behind where you would have if you would have had sleep. Everyone knows that getting a good night's sleep, or, you know, getting on a good pattern of sleep is going to help you immensely, because you're always on top of yourself. Like, you're always, you know, I'm awake, like I'm here, I'm present. If you're not awake, you're not feeling, you know, your physical body, you're not feeling like you're in control of your power. Solar Plexus Chakra. Number 8 is letting go of what causes you stress. So by now, I think you figured out or whatever that this is a stress zone. And especially in the Western hemisphere of the world, we have a lot of issues with wanting to keep going with something, feeling like we need to be committed to, you know, XYZ because we've been there, or committed to certain people for our lives or whatever. Okay, marriage is a whole different thing. I'm just saying, like, you know, committed to a relationship with a human that causes us a lot of issues. Think about it. We are given certain people and certain situations to learn things from. When we start out in certain situations, we're super excited, we're ecstatic, you know, there's no stress, whatever. Then after a certain amount of time, we start feeling really stressed. And this isn't stress like improvement stress, challenging, like wonderful stress. It's just stress. Certain things and certain people just cause us stress. And you have to understand that sometimes you have to fucking leave those situations. Like, honestly, we have an issue with saying, you know, I've been at this job for 5-10 years and, you know, what am I gonna do? Like, you have 5 to 10 years of experience. Go out there and put one foot into the door of something else. If you're 100% invested and 100% eggs in the basket of thing A, you are never going to be able to attract thing B, especially if you're bitching about thing A. That situation is going to be crappy, and any other future situation is going to be crappy. So I would say, because a lot of us feel stressed about work and stuff like that, like just 9 to 5 crappy jobs that no one wants to do. Some people want to do them, but a lot of people don't. And so I'm going to use that as an example. So you are, you are finding, it's that whole situation where it's like, you are seeing a lot of opportunities out there. You're hearing things like, oh, this person's hiring, you should apply. And you go, yeah, you're right, I probably should. Or you go, I want to be done with this job, like I'm gonna go quit. And you don't go apply. Your opportunities are ish, like they're just crap. Get one foot into the door with anything in terms of, like, you want to talk about professional, start going to things that are going to bring you out of that stressful situation. Because I understand that not everyone's going to be able to break off unhealthy relationships with people, or break off jobs, because it's 2015 and I understand that we need to have security before we just go leap sometimes. I totally feel that. Like, I'm the exact same way. But at least take that initiative. If there's someone in your life that causes you just stress, and you know this isn't like learning stress where it's like, you know, we need to see the mirrors in ourselves to grow or whatever, you know, that kind of thing, where it's just like this person is just, it doesn't mesh, like nothing works, and this could be a friendship, this could be a relationship, whatever. Start, you know, what's the word, detaching from that situation. If their emotions suck you dry, like, you know, especially if you're really empathetic, if their emotions suck you dry and their vibe isn't working with you anymore, and we know this, like, we like to pretend like we will stick around, like, you know, like every person from birth is supposed to be there for the rest of our lives. Sometimes it's okay to just detach from that emotion, and, you know, it's not a passive-aggressive thing. It's, if this person is for me, then this person will be for me. But just step out. if you hang out with this person that stresses you out 7 days a week by your own choice, go to the freaking movies or something by yourself, or go paint, or go fix a car, whatever the frick you'd like to do, and spend some extra time doing something that you don't feel stressed about. That way, at least you'll be able to attract more things that are, you see me like, my hands are like whatever. But at least that way you're gonna be able to attract more things that you feel de-stressed about. You're gonna be able to have something in your aura, something in your vibe that is attracting things that are not stressing you out. Thank you guys for watching. That was just 8 things that worked for me. They're not probably always gonna work for you. Sorry about that. Feel free to comment and tell me what works for you in terms of your solar plexus chakra, because I would love to know or share that with my audience of humans. My links are down below. I have a shop. I do things in it on Etsy, so check that out. Also follow me on Instagram, Twitter. Subscribe to me. That would be cool. Or not, whatever, but do that. Ew, God. Okay, bye guys, I love you. See ya.